Hello everybody, welcome to Pokemon FireRed LeafGreen. Today, hopefully, is going to be our final part. And I just want to show everything I've done off screen. So, yeah, it's the Elite Four time, let's get hyped for it, yeah? So, let's start off. My whole team is level 54. I'll start off with Polygirl. She's not really learnt anything new. She's got Brick Break, Body Slam, Surf, and Earthquake. I'm hoping that will be a good enough moveset. Obviously her special attack isn't that great, so water won't be super powerful, but there's not going to be too many Pokemon that are going to be weak to water anyway, so we're not worried about that. Up next is Toast, who's boasting that insane 162 attack. She's remained exactly the same throughout this entire journey. Flamethrower, Secret Power, Shadow Ball, and Sand Attack. I was debating whether or not to give Toast Fire Blast, but we shall see as, you know, the video progresses. Next up is Zipzap, who's got a very big special attack and very solid defensing with a, Steel Thunder. Zipzap's moveset's a bit interesting. I taught it both Rain Dance and Thunder, because I was actually looking for more moves. Literally, its moveset would have just been Thunderbolt, Supersonic, Sonic Boom and Thunder Wave, so I did not want that. So the plan is to get the rain up and then start spamming Thunders. That's the plan. Up next is Zinx, who has been an incredible boon on this journey, and I mean absolutely incredible. Like, her special attack and speed is just phenomenal. She's remained pretty much exactly the same. I got rid of Lovely Kiss in for Ice Beam, so 2 ice moves can't hurt. I'm hoping this doesn't backfire, but we'll have to wait and see. Up next is Moonlight, who is... Sorry, someone was trying to call me. Next up is Moonlight, who has a incredible, just general spread of stats. Moonlight is meant to be my very tanky Pokemon, so I've got... Just gonna turn my phone off. Moonlight has other moves: Return, Toxic, Thunderbolt, and Moonlight. So you can probably tell what the plan is. Use Toxic, and then use Moonlight to essentially stall out. To make this better, I could have gotten rid of Thunderbolt and put Protect there, but having Return as the only normal type move isn't exactly ideal, so I just wanted to give Moonlight some coverage. Finally, we have Bubbles, our starter, and funnily enough, he's not really changed at all. The plan is still simple: use Razor Leaf. Strength is literally there as a HM move, nothing else. Leech Seed is there for a bit of healing, and then Sleep Powder to benefit from that healing. But that's my team, so let's go straight into this. Okay, Lorelei, what do I want to do with you? I think we'll just go in as we are. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Ha 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 ha. Are you ready? No, I'm not ready for this. I should also mention as well, off screen I bought a bunch of repels, max potions, full restores, some fully stocked. But let's get straight into Lorelei. She is the ice master essentially. So her Dugong has Thick Fat, and it has the moves Surf, Ice Beam, Hail, and Safeguard. So what this thing likes to do is start off by using Hail, but it's actually using Safeguard, which I'm going to take full advantage of. What this thing likes to do is set up Hail, and it does chip damage to, your Pokemon, while her Pokemon take none of it. It's weird that she doesn't run Blizzard at all on any of her Pokemon, but I'm not going to complain. But thanks to Polygale being an absolute unit and walling Dugong, literally Surf would do no damage, it would heal us, and Ice Beam does very minimal damage because we have I think it's a -4 times multiplier. -2 or -4, one of the two. Slowbro. So Slowbro is a bit of a problem. He's a very strong wall. Its moves are Surf, Ice Beam, Yawn, and Amnesia, and it has the ability Oblivious, so it can't get confused. I'm hoping Zipzap can tank a Surf. It barely does. I mean, we're gonna have to go for Thunderbolt regardless. Thunderbolt's the only thing that is going to do a decent damage to the Slowbro. I could swap into Bubbles, but with Venusaur being a grass type, it's not a great move against an ice type trainer. But yeah, one Thunderbolt knocks out Slowbro, so I'm happy with that. Next up is Cloyster, and Cloyster has insane defense. So let's take advantage of that by exploiting its special defense. So Zipzap's just going to keep his one Thunderbolt, and it's dead. So this thing has Shell Armor, so it's immune to critical strikes, and it has Spike, Dive, Hail, and Protect. So essentially what it does is it makes it so you stop switching out, does chip damage to you, and basically tries to stall you out. Funnily enough, I'm surprised she's sending out Lapras. For me, this is her ace. It has Water Absorb, so no using water moves. Confuse Ray, Surf, Body Slam, and Ice Beam. So it's a bit of a nasty Pokemon. We will go for the Thunderbolt, and we'll see how much it does. And we've seen it does actually quite a lot. But I think the Surf's taken out Zipzap. No! Oh my god, okay. And it's eating its Citrus Berry, which will heal nothing, so yeah, Zipzap's taking advantage of that. And down goes Lapras. To me, that's her hardest Pokemon out the way. And then finally, we'll also have to deal with Jinx. So, Jinx is a nice Psychic type where everyone knows its weakness. The real question is, what do I swap into? So this thing, again, has Oblivious, so can't be confused. Has Double Slap, Ice Punch, Lovely Kiss, and Attract. So it's female. If it goes for Attract... Oh no, Oblivious makes it immune to Attraction, not Confusion. I'm dumb, ignore me. We'll swap back into Polygale. The plan here is to exploit its... Let's just go for Brick Break. We get Stab. It doesn't get resisted because it's Ice and Psychic. Oh, that was so close. We've got the black belt on as well, so that helps. But like, this Jinx does not want to die, and it lands. It lands a Lovely Kiss and we're asleep. No. Okay, so... I guess Toast will go in next. Like, the only move I'm really worried about is Lovely Kiss, and that's just stalling out the game. So... Toast comes in, we'll use Shadow Ball. We'll try to use Shadow Ball or Secret Power. We're asleep. Okay, I need a Pokemon that's fast. Who is fast? You're not, you're not, you're not. You are very fast, you're not, and... Alright, we'll swap Zinks in. Never would I ever believe that I'd send my Jinx in against this Jinx. But the plan is, I'm hoping we're faster. And we are, yes! And down goes Lorelei. Aside from, you know, putting all my Pokemon to sleep, that wasn't too hard of a battle. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. Right, we'll walk into the next room, and yeah, we've got Bruno to deal with, so I'll be back after I get my team back up to full health. Okay, Bruno. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Blacksmith, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! So, Bruno is one of the easiest Elite Four members because he's got flying type Pokemon. But the problem, or not flying, fighting type Pokemon. But the problem he has is he has two Onyxes. So we're about to see Zinks pull a full sweep on Bruno. I'm not going to switch out any Pokemon. I'm probably not going to get hit once. Down goes the first Onyx. That one would have Earthquake, Rock Tomb, Iron Tail, and Roar, so you're not really gonna have much trouble against it. Out comes Hitmonchan. Got Keen Eye, so don't lower its accuracy. Has Sky Uppercut, Mach Punch, Rock Tomb, and Counter. And it also goes down in one shot. Come on, Bruno. You can land a hit. I believe in you. Oh, out comes his other Onyx. This thing has Double Edge, Iron Tail, Earthquake, and Sand Tomb. Way more threatening because it's also level 54. But one Ice Beam and down goes Onyx. Okay, I mean maybe Bruno can, you know, land a hit with his Ace. Level 56 Machamp. This thing has Guts, so if you confuse, paralyze, status, burn, it will double its attack. It also has the moves Bulk Up, Crush Chop, Scary Face, and Rock Tomb. And it also dies in one shot. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Bruno's still got one more Pokemon, right? I mean, let's see it. It's level 53 Hitmonlee. This thing has Limber, so it can't be paralyzed. It has the moves Mega Kick, Foresight, Brick Break, and Facade. And just like that, I think we've won the battle. I'll be amazed if this thing survives. No. So, I want to stress that Lorelei took me about 5 minutes. That took me about 2. And I did that all with one Pokemon. Our job is done. Go face your next challenge. I shall. Do I even need to heal up? I really don't, but I need to figure out what Agatha uses, so... Gengar, Golbat, Arbok, Haunter... Right, I'm going to try mixing it up. Because it's going to be boring if I just swoop Agatha, so...
I am Agatha of the Elite Four.
I hear Oak's taking a lot of interest in you, child. That old duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokédex. Ooh, he's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Blacksmith, I'll show you how a real trainer battles.
Agatha had potential to be a really good Elite Four member. And to be fair, if you're, weak to Ghost and Poison, like if you're running an all-grass type team, for instance, yes, she might be challenging. But the problem Agatha has is that Poison types aren't very good. And her Gengar knows double team. Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. Gengar's going to go down. This thing has Levitate, so don't use Earthquake. Has Confuse Ray, Shadow Punch, Toxic, and as you saw, Double Team. Toast was having none of that and just one-shot it. So, I'm pretty happy with that. To be fair, I think Shadow Ball is stronger than Flamethrower at this point. But of course, it's faster and uses Confuse Ray. And we hit ourselves in confusion. Okay, No, I was meant to swap Pokemon. I didn't want to use Flamethrower. Oh, but Toast snapped out of confusion. It's great. So this thing has Inner Focus, so it can't be flinched. Its moves are Confuse Ray, Bite, Air Cutter, and Poison Fang. Is it gonna? Nope, it's gonna go for Air Cutter again. It's trying to get the crit. But thankfully, we should be able to knock it out with Shadow Ball. Toast getting that valuable experience, and out comes her Arbok. Now, the real question is, what do I do? Do I swap out, or do I just go for a hit? I'm gonna go for a hit. Okay, never mind. So Toast goes down, I can't stop that. But we will send in Polygirl. So this Arbok has Intimidate, Iron Tail as you just saw, Bite, Screech, Sludge, and Sludge Bomb. I said that in a really weird order. Obviously its strongest move is Sludge Bomb, but as you can see, Polygirl just tanks that hit. And of course, pulling out the full restores. Atypical, isn't it? Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's back down into red, so one more Earthquake should finish this off. And now we go into two of her problematic Pokemons. So Polygirl is now no longer able to land Earthquakes because her next Pokemon is Haunter. This thing has a really based moveset, let's say that. As always, it has Levitate, so it can't be hurt by ground type moves. And it's got the moves Curse, which used on a Ghost type, cuts its HP in half, so it does a quarter of my health per turn. It also has the moves Mean Look, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater. But Polygirl is able to survive. But Polygirl is also afflicted by the curse. So we've only got one more turn in Polygirl, so let's make it a good one. Or not. So her ace is another Gengar. Again, it's got Levitate, so no ground type moves. It's got the moves Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Hypnosis, and Nightmare. And we live on 1 HP. Just dandy. Perfect. I mean, Polygirl was kind of doomed at that point anyway. The real question is, I don't think Zinx is faster than Gengar. But we'll find out. No, because Gengar is way faster. So, all I'm praying is that Zinx can survive. Zinx does not survive. Okay. This is going downhill fast. Moonlight's going to be absolutely useless. Bubbles is not really going to be any help. Zip Zap's kind of my only hope at this point. Come on, Zip Zap. Land some Thunderbolts. And dodge those Hypnosises. So this thing is far, as you saw. It beat Zinx in a speed fight. And it hits really hard. One of the perks of being a 3-stage evolution. No, don't land hypnosis. Oh. Well, this thing's just going to launch Shadow Balls at me, and thankfully, because of our still typing, we resist it, and I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb can't even hit me, so... But here comes the Nightmare. So we're now going to take residual damage at the end of each turn, thanks to Nightmare. So the only thing that will probably save us now is if we wake up. There we go. Zip Zap woke up, Thunderbolt, and this should be it. And it's a crit. Okay, yeah, perfect. So, obviously that fight could have gone better, but I wanted to give Agatha a chance, and props to her, she definitely fought back.
You win. I see one of your ducks is new now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child.
And with that, we now go to the final member of the Elite Four. After a nice long walk. Now I've got some healing to do. Okay, time for Lance. I'm going to switch it up once again. I'm going to initiate with Moonlight, because she hasn't had a chance to shine in the Elite Four yet, and to be fair, neither has Bubbles. But, you know, I'm going to try and get everyone involved. Ah, Blacksmith. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me. He is right in a sense. Dragon-type Pokemon are one of the strongest Pokemon types in the game. It only has 2 weaknesses, Dragon and Ice. But he doesn't start off with a Dragon type. He starts off with Gyarados for some odd reason. So I'm just going to take advantage of that and use Thunderbolt. And we flinched, of course. But it's always funny because whenever Moonlight goes up against a male opponent, they always get infatuated. And now he's immobilized by love, so this should be a really easy first kill. Ooh, so close. But this is good because it's going to make Lance use one of his Hyper Potions. Or Hyper Potion. Use one of his full restores. I didn't mention it earlier, but I believe each Elite Four trainer has 2 full restores under their belts. So if you get one down to red, more than likely they're going to use one, and then they save the last one for their ace. But Moonlight is actually, you know, kicking ass right here. Look at her go. To think she was this little Clefairy all this time ago. There you go, super effective. Gyarados goes down. Now what comes out? Aerodactyl! Okay, this thing is dangerous. It has the moves Wing Attack, Ancient Power, Scary Face, and a Hyper Beam. It has a ridiculous amount of attack, and its ability is Pressure, so every time you use 1 PP, you actually use 2, as I'm about to demonstrate. It's going for Ancient Power, which is kind of scary, because if it gets its stats raised, it's going to be really hard to take out. The plus side is, Moonlight does have Thunderbolt and is doing fairly good damage. Wing Attack is going to not really hit that much. As I said, Moonlight's out here just being a tank. She's showing why why she's worthy of a slot on our team. Oh, but she didn't kill Aerodactyl. Okay, so 2 things are going to happen. 1, Lancer's going to use a full restore. 2, Aerodactyl's going to use Hyper Beam. Okay, never mind. I was wrong on both counts. I'm happy being wrong from time to time. Well, down goes Aerodactyl. I was actually really worried about that. But Moonlight just quenched my fears, I suppose. Okay, here we go. Here comes Dragonite. So, we're going to try and go for Moonlight, and pray we live this outrage. Maybe not. Okay, obviously I want to bring Zinx out, but I think this is Zip Zap's time to shine. First we're going to use... No, first it's going to use Outrage to do not much damage to us at all. This is why I brought Mankaton along. It's not an amazing Pokemon, but the Steel typing is so effective. Like, it's completely immune to poisons, it nullifies Ghost, Dragon types can't really do anything, its other move, Wing Attack, won't be able to do much, Hyper Beam won't be able to do much, and now Dragonite's confused. So, we are now going to see some very powerful thunders coming from Zip Zap. I forgot to mention as well, its moveset is a Safeguard, Outrage, a Wing Attack, and Hyper Beam. It's holding a Citrus Berry like all the other aces, and its ability is Inner Focus, so it cannot be flinched. From my position, it's going to take at least 2 more Thunders, unless it hits itself in Confusion, which, you know, might also happen. Oh, it's not going to hit itself in Confusion. But it is stuck using Outrage, so we're going to take advantage of that fact and kill it before Lance can use a full restore. So there we go. 3 Thunders and Dragonite, his ace goes down. Now, I'm not really worried if Zip Zap goes down, because the last 2 Dragonairs, they're both going to be level 54. And I really don't know which moves or which one this could be. So there's 2 Dragonairs, both level 54, they both have the ability Shed Skin, so if they get paralysed or poisoned or burned, there's a, I want to say 30% chance it gets removed. They both know Safeguard, Outrage and Hyper Beam, and then one of them knows Dragon Rage, and the other knows Thunder Wave. However, we aren't going to find out which is which, because Zinx is just going to come in and finish off these dragons for good. So down goes 1 Dragonair, and here comes the other. Let's Ice Beam this one. I think Ice Punch would take it out, but I just want to make sure. There we go, 2 for 2, and that is Dragon Master Lance dealt with. So, that's it. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon Master. I also got a buttload of money. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Blacksmith. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have 1 more challenge left. There is 1 more trainer to face. His name is... Geki. Nah, bastard. He beat the Elite Four before you. He's the real Pokemon League champion. Well, before I go through this door, I'm gonna heal up. Because I'm not facing Geki with 4 Pokemon. Okay, I've spread my rare candies around. All my Pokemon are now level 56, except Bubbles. But, truth be told, I don't think Bubbles will be seeing a place on this fight. Maybe if, there's a chance I can swap into him. But here's basically how my plan is. We're going to start off using Rain Dance, then we're going to spam Thunder until we can't spam Thunder. That's my game plan.
Hey, Blacksmith. I was looking forward to seeing you. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokédex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would be any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Blacksmith, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world. And here we go. The final battle. Champion Geki would like to battle. And he, as always, sends out Pidgeot first. This Pidgeot is kind of dumb. It's not a very good Pokemon. Its moves are Area Waste, Feather Dance, Whirlwind, and Sand Attack. Thankfully, it's gone for Sand Attack, so I can just use Thunder, and the accuracy drop won't matter. Its ability is Keen Eye, so its accuracy can't be lowered. And yeah, Geki's just a bit of an idiot. He has the move Whirlwind, but does not use it on an electric steel type that he cannot damage. So, one Thunder, and Pidgeot goes down. We'll take advantage of that, and out comes his ace, Charizard. See, I learned from our last battle that he would send Charizard out. That's why I've put the rain up. Its ability is Blaze, so when it goes below 25% health, I'm going to say, it gains, you know, a bit more special attack, or its fire moves gets boosted by like a small margin. Its moveset is Fire Blast, Fire Spin, Slash, and Aerial Race. But I'm hoping the rain keeps Zipzap alive. Although Fire Blast is a very powerful move. Zipzap lived on 7 HP as he lands the Thunder. This should do a big chunk of damage. It takes out the Charizard! Zipzap, our saviour. I know I had Polygirl, but she's weak to Area Waste. Next should come, next out should be the Rhyhorn, so we're gonna swap into, funnily enough, Bubbles for the first time all this time. Bubbles is coming in. Rock Tomb I'm not too worried about because, Rhydon's something I'm really not worried about. A ground rock type has Lightning Rod, which is completely useless ability in singles. It also has the moves Rock Tomb, Takedown, Earthquake, and Scary Face. Reality is, Earthquake's a lot scarier of a move, and he did not go for it. And as punishment, Bubbles took him out. But next should be the Alakazam. And of course, this is where I get a little bit worried. I do not have a clean swap into anything. Actually, yes I do, what am I talking about? Zinx is actually an incredible Pokemon for dealing with Alakazam, because it resists the Psychic. Like, look at that, no damage taken whatsoever. And we can dish out quite a lot of damage using Ice Beam. So Alakazam's just going to keep spamming Psychic, and we're going to do just as much back to him. Oh, that was dirty. Okay, we got a Critical Strike. I forgot to go over its moveset. It has Psychic, Reflect, Future Sight, and Recover. It most likely will always go for Psychic though, because it wants to do damage. Now comes the Gyarados. And again, like I did with Alakazam, I'm going to send my own Water type out to deal with Gyarados. This one has Intimidate, so it lowers the attack as it swaps in. Its moveset is Hydro Pump, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Thrash. I really like it using Thrash because it means it's going to confuse itself soon. Oh, but not if it lands a critical hit. And that didn't do anywhere near enough damage. New plan. We're going to swap Moonlight in. Because Moonlight could be able to take a Thrash, no problem. There you go. So Hyper Pump is Hydro Pump is scary, but I'm not too worried about it. It has a 20% chance to miss. And personally, I just, you know. Oh, it's also in love with Moonlight. Oh no, but it lands the Hydro Pump. Moonlight can survive though. She's a tank. There you go. Man, this Gyarados is all the bad luck. This is the second time this video that a Gyarados has fallen in love with Moonlight. Oh, right, so we know it's going to go for a full restore. So this is where I'm going to finally use Moonlight to heal. I don't think I've ever used this move on Moonlight despite having it since like Silpho or whenever we last evolved it. But Moonlight's also got the leftovers, so we'll just stall this thing out if we have to. But we're not going to need to because it's paralysed by love. Okay, one more Thunderbolt and we should be good. And then we're down to his last Pokemon. So, Gyarados is in love with Moonlight. Gyarados uses Dragon Rage. Not the move I would have used. He's got Hydro Pump, Bite, Thrash. And he goes for Dragon Rage, a move that does 40 HP. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't getting past Moonlight. She was a tank. Next up, and lastly, is his Executor. There you go. I can say words, I promise. This thing has Chlorophyll, so don't set up the sun. It's also got Sleep Powder, Light Screen, Giga Drain, and Egg Bomb. So, all in all, it's not that scary of a Pokemon. Like, if it had Psychic instead of, like, Egg Bomb, for instance, it'd be a lot scarier. But my plan is I'm going to get the Toxic off, and then I'm going to swap into Toast, the only member of our team who's yet to see a little bit of action. And thank God that Sleep Powder missed. You know what? I'm going to use Shadow Ball. Even though Flamethrower would be more fitting, Shadow Ball does a hell of a lot more damage. This also just set up the light screen, so yeah, we'll just Shadow Ball this thing down. I mean, other than Egg Bomb, it can't really do any damage as Executor. It's meant to be a scary Pokemon, but the scariest thing for me is that it has Sleep Powder. And it's also slower, so me, I'm not worried. That full restore probably just ended Executor's life even faster. And just like that, we have defeated Mr. Geki over there. Mr. Blue. I wish I called him that, but you know, my stupidity knows no bounds. No, that can't be. You can't. You beat me at my best. After all that work's become the league champ. My reign is over already? It's not fair! I've been Pokemon Master for like 2 minutes! Well, to be fair, looking at my recording, you were champion for about 40 minutes, Geki. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistake raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new I'm choking it. You're the new Pokemon League champion, although I don't like to admit it. Smith. So you've won. Sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Bulbasaur to work on the Pokédex. Blacksmith, you have come of age. Geki, I'm disappointed in you, in both your name and how you've acted as Pokemon champion. I came when I heard you'd beaten the Elite Four, but when I got here, you had already lost. Do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Jesus, like, way to, like, crush the hopes and dreams of your grandson. Blacksmith, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvellous. Come with me. I mean, to be fair, my team was pretty fire. Like, there's not a single member of this team that I'd replace at this point. Ahem. Congratulations, Blacksmith. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. I don't know why I'm having trouble speaking so much today. Pokemon League champions are honoured for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Blacksmith, you have worked hard. So very hard. To finish this Let's Play and become the new League champion. Congratulations, Blacksmith. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. I've worked so hard and I've spent so many hours on this Let's Play. Like, it's crazy, and I am so happy and relieved that we're coming to an end. So there's that Moonlight, Zinx, Polygirl, Toast, and Bubbles. What a team. Like, how often do you see a Clefable, a Flareon, a Poliwrath, a Magneton in the Hall of Fame? So it took me roughly 24 hours to beat the game, but that's because I literally went out and did everything. Might have left the game on a few times while I was, doing some editing and recording all at once. I definitely spent like an hour grinding for the Elite Four. Like, so the whole reason my Pokemon were level 54 was because I didn't want to be higher level than Lorelei's Ace, and I knew going into the Elite Four, the max level Pokemon was 63, or 57 for the Alakazam. I just beat the champion with an entirely underleveled team compared to him. And you know what? Let's just put this controller down real fast. We are done! I can't believe it. Like, I've spent so long making bios, making a little tracker on the side. I mean, it might be there, it might not. It all depends what my mood is while this end thing is going on. But I spent so long. Like, honestly, I think I worked more on the little bits you see outside of the game rather than playing the game itself. That's how, like, much work and effort I've put into this Let's Play. And you know what? I'm proud of it. I'm proud it's come this far. I'm glad it's finally finished, because I'm gonna be honest, there was a month or two where I took a huge break for my own mental health, and I don't know if it was because I was working too hard on this, which is not the answer, but yeah, I took time to look after my own well-being, and when I came back, it was like a breath of fresh air. I think it really helped as well that when I took my break, it was after the Sevi Isles, so literally all I had left to do, Giovanni, rival number 6 or 7, Victory Road, and the Elite Four. I also took the time to, catch Moltres, just so I could finish the trifecta of birds, and yes, I'm just so pleased with how this has all turned out. And if you're still stuck around at this point, because I think this is going to be one long video, thank you for sticking, all the way to the end. It means quite a lot to me. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch all of these and my dumb little mistakes and my dumb team decision. But I know for next time, so that's all good. So what are my final thoughts in reality? I think it went pretty well. And I'll say it now and openly, I've got my next Let's Play in mind. And I've already been working on it, so expect something new in, like, I don't know, say a week or so, maybe even sooner. And then finally, the obvious answer for the post game. Do I want to do the post game? I'll do it if you guys want me to do it. But personally, I don't want to do it. I'm kind of keen to just push FireRed under the rug now. Oh, and if I do end up, if there is an overwhelming response saying, oh yeah, do the post game, I will probably end up doing the post game, but I will not be making like little root trackers anymore. There won't be any more bios. It will literally just be me playing Pokemon FireRed. So I don't know if people want that or not. But as the adventure restarts, I'll say it now and I'll say it proud. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched this series and made it to the end of this video. I hope you stick around in the future, and until then, peace. I'll see you all next time.